as we get into breathing and carbohydrates, it's understanding the most powerful thing that we have is our breathing. Without breathing, we kind of like, hey, we don't exist. Why? It's so important to breathe in and breathe out because it messages everything through our voice and grid patterns. We go into the definitive, we go into the infinity. Okay, the cycle rotations coming into the 8 central system, which is allocated through all positions and putting yourself into that level, okay, of its containment centers to your body framing. So it's all about getting your digital framing systems into its projection, okay? That goes into so many realms of divisions through your rotation system. And then you get into the sacred breath, the God breath, right? The God's mouth, the creation of everything through this connection. It atom theories on so many levels. Okay, so I've traveled now into platitude divisions. I'm going through another transformation system right now, 40 trillion years. And I'm in the nucleus, right, division right now. Really, really powerful. This is in the center core of its atom. This is the most powerful in the atom system. So it calculates and modifies in all levels of the universal systems. So my voice and grid changes every time through its connection. You understand, when we go through transformation manifestation, everything changes. Our hair changes, our eyes change, our audio signals change, right? Our structure of our pixelization, our face structures, illumination lights, our program settings, everything changes for a reason because you're going to different atmospheres of space, okay? And the time code frequency level is setting that division. So put yourself in that position. So every time you're going through those cycles, you're using your voice and grid patterns. So before I get started, I'd like to thank everybody that's been subscribing, liking, and sharing. I just put up a new link for everybody. I think it's great to keep updates for subscribers and old subscribers. They need to know what's really going on. And this helps. You know, it's all about helping each other and coming back into the unity of consciousness. Now, Sarah's put out a chart for everybody. That's what she's received, okay? So that is a chart where it comes into the Galactic Federation of the signatures. So it's very powerful stuff, the moons, the 13 moons. That sanctions on all levels through your, basically your birth date. So that's it's the astrological system through its connection. And smiley date today, right? Even though it's raining or outside, you're always going to have a smile on your face. Anyway, as we get started, if you feel like you need to go through my consultations, go through my email, PayPals, or donations, there was a very powerful generosity gift that was given to me yesterday by Jules. Apparently, I'm not going to be able to worry about using markers anymore. Okay, because he got me into a great decision on buying an iPad. Okay, an iPad Air, really powerful. Now, thank you very much, Jules. I really appreciate it. This is going to change everything through realm division. So you guys have to understand, okay, because I'm in a computerized system, okay, this whiteboard graphing system is activated. Now just imagine when I have my iPad Air, which I'll have in 4 or 5 days. Once I get into the drawing sanctions and all divisions of realm connections, because your platitude divisions on 2 different projection levels, I'll draw it out with the illustration. So when I draw it out on the iPad Air with the pencil, okay, the illumination lights and everything through its projection, you're going to see the drawing move through its connection. So it's going to be really fantastic stuff. Okay, this is the future to become. So what's going to happen? Every time I do an illustration or anything through the line of communication, everything through the graphing board, through your perception, is going to move. So you're going to see the drawing move in sections. Your point divisions are going into. So it's kind of like seeing yourself in a graphing system of a computer game. That's going to allocate positions, okay? I don't know if you know this, but back in the 80s, we had electronic board. It was called Light Bright. Really powerful stuff. It's pegs, and you put it in position, right, through point centers, and it illuminates. You turn out the lights, and you come up with a picture or whatever, right? And then you see it on the space and graph wall systems in the ceiling. It's really powerful stuff. So when I get my my iPad Air, wow, guys, this is tremendous. Okay, so you're looking at one reception division, because it's going to have Wi-Fi and all that, right? So we're going to have two TV reception division of realms through its connection, which means that it's going to be extremely powerful through realm division. All right. Now, remember you saw that plasma energy force going through? Well, basically, the teleporting and the telewaving and teleenergy system through its energy transference through its connection, the illustration is going to be extremely real. It's going to be moving section by section through its location. So when you see the drawing, you're actually going to see it move. Okay? Because it's, like I said, it's a video graphing. It's actually electronic board division. Okay? So that's going to put you in space right away, 3 perceptions, and you're going to be flying around with your point centers. Okay? So it's extremely powerful stuff when we get to those connections. Because this is not an electronic board. It's just cardboard. Right? But because I'm getting an iPad Air, really, really powerful mechanism, it's going to open up your realms and your perceptions. So every time I do an illustration, you guys are going to be allocated to that position, into that realm division through its connection of its dimension. So everything that I draw through a line or anything through a space station, it's going to be moving in sections like this. So if I draw a crop circle, you're going to see the XT thousands come in. Okay? It's really, really powerful stuff, right? And that's what the future is understanding, like, for example, you know, how they first started out with, I think the first drawing they ever did was Walt Disney with Mickey Mouse, right? And what they did is they had paper, okay, amounts of paper, and you flick it, you go like that, so you make it move, right? So it's illustrations, black and white, right, pencil, and then you flip the papers. As you flip the papers, right, it's moving, right? Well, that's what's going to happen with the iPad Air, okay? So you're going to see the line moving across the screen, and you guys are going to go, what is going on? So like I said, when you see things coming in, like yesterday, the plasma energy that went through my body, you're going to see it on the screen itself. So it's kind of like you're watching a screen of a movie moving. That's what's going to happen. So just imagine that you're watching TV through a reception, through a videographing system, to another realm division, through location. That's what's going to happen through the electronic board division level system. I'm really, really excited for this, okay? Because, you know, the gratitude that I got from Jules is fantastic. And I need something like that so I can stop buying markers. You know, the markers are cheap, but getting this, because I always wanted, you know, something like that. But I'm just telling you, this is going to open up new doors for everybody. Really understand. And basically, the intelligence is going to be communicating back with you through its illustrations, through its line division. Okay, so basically, this is what it is as we get started. We're going to get into the voicing grid patterns through breathing. But I'm just saying, if I draw a line like this, okay, now remember, it's going to be on a pencil through an iPad, and the iPad is connection through Wi-Fi. So I have to get division levels of balance to my computer to its iPad. Once I have that through connection, that line frequency level, when you see it through your perception, it's going to be like this. Okay? And then it's going to circle rotate and it's going to move. Okay? That's what's going to happen when you guys see it through projection. Okay? So it's never ever going to be still. Okay? If I draw a circle, you're going to see it in a different pattern. You're going to see it go over here through its connection. All right? So everything is going to be constantly moving because I'm using 2 video graphing systems, one on a computer and one on the iPad. All right? So just be prepared. We're coming into a new futuristic system through its calculation modification, everything through its distance, and everything through its line frequency level of its simulation pattern division. Okay? Because the iPads, they have so many out there. So I'm getting an extremely powerful 64 gigawatt. Really, really powerful with its, you know, its own division of dimension. But you guys are going to be blown away when I do my illustrations, and it's going to be lit up so you can see the light sequences. You can actually see everything through map locations. So basically, your perceptions are going to change through division. Okay, which that means is that it's kind of like you're going to be set in a dream set location when you see it through provision, through its light sequences. So the electronic board division is going to be a TV reception. So it's like 2 people talking, and then they start moving, right? Right? Nothing's going to be still because, like I said, it's a video graphing that's opening a realm to its computer system. The chronological order through its divisions is going to go through its electrical lights. Okay, so I'll draw it out and show you. So we're going to use a pink graphing circle through a system through connection navigation line system. Okay, it's going to open up its round division. Okay, so this is my computer system, keyboard phrasing systems. Now I'm going to show you what goes on. Now, when I have an iPad like this is what happens. Okay, now this is the computer, this is the iPad. Now, understanding what's going on, I'm going to show you right now. As you understand everything through the center core is going to read everything through the center core of its computer. Once it reads its division, it line sequences levels to its division. It opens up its level system to its connection, and it goes into its realm division of location. Okay? So as it's going through its transformation light signal, everything that you see through the computer system is allocated through positions and open its realm division, and it communicates through its atom system right away, right? So as I'm communicating with its iPad, because the Wi-Fi, okay, is going to be a stronger connection. So you got Wi-Fi here, okay, and you got Wi-Fi here, right? So this is the iPad, and this is the computer. So every time I drew an illustration through its division, it moves through its connection, because it's allocating everything through its connection, through its XT1000. So the XT1000 comes in, platitudes divisions, allocates positions, and scans everything through its connection, right? So as it's coming in, it's really powerful stuff. It sonifies everything through division, electrodes its division through its connection. Okay, and that's how it becomes real. All right. So that's what's going to happen when I get the iPad. And how everything around you is going to be moving. Okay. And because the video graphing, and it's a screen, just like the computer, what's going to happen is your eye receptacle divisions and everything through your ear, gamma signals are going to open up. You're going to hear space, you're going to hear laser, you're going to hear the XT1000s, and you're going to hear, and then you're going to hear, so basically it's connecting through the harmonic system through its connection of its intelligence. So the XT1000 comes in, platitudes divisions through its location when it comes into its iPad Air. The iPad Air has its interference. So once it has its interference, it's now balanced with its atoms through its connection. Okay? So it's yeah. That's it. It's just meant to happen, guys. It's meant to happen. And when I buy it, thanks to Jules, I uprised his electrical systems and his gamma operation line system. Just to be thankful for it, because it's powerful stuff when we get into that connection. But I can light sky everything through the connection through a video graphing screen now. Okay. So like I said, so it's kind of like you're seeing a TV reception through graphing through its system. You're going to see everything move when I draw it out. Okay. It's extremely powerful stuff because you guys see things through perception now, right? Now, three-dimensional systems, I get a lot of people with questions on my email and they say, hey, I don't see anything. How come this person is seeing it and I'm not? Well, it's because they're in transformation lights and their perception changes. As soon as your perception changes, you are now aligned through higher intelligence. Now you can see things. Now you can see ghosts. Now you can see line signals, line communications. You can see plasma energy force, anything through galaxy location. You can see pixies. You can see mountain interfaces. You can see XT1000s. You can see cloud interference moves. Anything through that connection, that's understanding that the three-dimensional system has to go through its healing before they can see anything, right? That's why it's confusing to a lot of people, because a lot of people, I don't see anything. Well, because you're not awake, right? And once you awake, you are now aligned with intelligence. You are now aligned with its reality. You are now aligned with its Wi-Fi and its satellite. Okay, so the satellite works on a whole different oscillation spin. So the calculation modification is extremely high in divisions. So me being at 40 trillion, oh man, this is going to be absolutely fantastic. Okay, so 40 trillion hyperspeed. And you guys are going to get smarter through intelligence, just through the electrical on board system, because the XT1000 is going to allocate your positions and it's going to scan your division through perceptions every single time I use this iPad division through its connection of its satellite. So the satellite, it connects through its connection. Now let's say, depending where I am doing through illustration, the illustration goes through its graphing through its line, which means that line connection could be into the 27,000th dimension, but it's on its line signal. So that's intelligence. So intelligence is going to communicate with you. So a line signal is going to communicate with you. A circle rotation of a shape location is going to communicate with you. Why? Because the iPad is its interference through a video graphing system. So it's one projection to another projection, which opens up your mind collaboration centers and opens up everything through its TV reception. All right. So let's get the popcorn and enjoy the movie. All right. So it's going to be a movie screen that's going to be moving around you as soon as I draw the illustration. Everything's going to be extremely real to the perception and the mind system of its thoughts. All right, so it's going to calculate and modify, but you guys are going to hear things now because you're in extremely high division through 21. Okay, so basically you're going to see things flying around, not just in the atmosphere, but inside. Inside, you're going to see space in here, right? You might see a solar connection of a planet location that's on a crater face location division. Crater surfaces anything to that location. Crater surfaces through its dimensional level system. So you got a planet location, okay, cratering surface. So basically in relation, everything that I draw is its past reference to its present to its future. Now, when you see it through its illustration, you're seeing it in its future, okay, because it's already done through its past. But you see it also too in its present. Now you have to understand this is very confusing. So it's understanding the reference of the past, getting into the present, okay, and coming into the future. So the alignments of its sanction divisions are present and future and no longer the past. But the past disappears and then the present disappears and then the future disappears, but you're still there in line division through simulation. That's how powerful you are through its connection. And everything around the circle rotation through your point center comes into evolvements through its connection. Okay, it comes into a new evolution to the singularity line division of the simulation, to the metric system and communications to your computer operation system. That computerizes everything through dimension, okay, through its connection of its iPad division and its computer system. Okay, so I can't wait. I'm really excited. I am so excited. So this is powerful stuff, guys, right? And when you see it, you're going to be blown away. You're going to say, wow, this is moving. So you didn't think it's possible, but because it's a video graph, because it's Wi-Fi, so it's two different Wi-Fis that have to connect through balance. Okay, so remember, it's teleporting information through an illustration. Every time I draw a line, it's intelligence. So the intelligence of its line is going to communicate with you now. Okay, anything that I draw. So I draw a cycle rotation of a shape to its connection to its location, to its atom system, like this. So let's say I draw that, right? Now it's on its iPad. And now that triangle, okay, is going to wave its cycle into your mind system through its perception. Okay, so you're not going to see it like this. Okay, you're going to see it like this. Okay, all right? And then you're going to see it move in its connection out of its equation. It's going to move on its own, guys. Okay, so when you see this, it's going to be here. So it's answering patterns through your mind conceptions, through your algorithm program. So the triangular angular base of its line division through the singularly line system is communicating through your framings. Okay, getting out of the defrags and coming into the fragmentation lines. So it moves its location to anything through division, allocates its position, and goes into higher division through its location. All right, and once it comes a line sequencing line system, it allocates positions. It comes out of its, so basically it's going to do it on its own. So I draw it out through perception. As soon as I draw that line, it moves on its own and creates its own story. That's what's going to happen when I get the iPad division. So triangular angular base through its division, through protection, through its security line defense. It connects through its own storyline division. Okay, aptitudes levels and all that connection opens up all different realm divisions. Now it looks like two waving cycles of dimensions of portals, but it's not. It's all connected through one circle, through its own center, through its connection. Goes to its triangular angular base. There's a star recognition light system through its connection. Open up its portal through its division of protection and its light interference. As it's connecting, it's formulating into a center core system, into a space connection to a triangular base through its core center, to its activation through its pyramid system. That allocates all positions in all division level systems. Okay? There you go. Done. All right? So what's going to happen when I get the iPad? Okay, you're going to see the triangle, but the triangle is going to do what it needs to do. It's going to show you how it goes through its realm, all through your perception. So it's going to answer patterns through your mind system. So you're going to get understanding what a shape is through its telepathy, through its activation, through its lights, through its coloration. Okay, now that's a space division through a space connection, through a space station connection to its triangular, to its pyramid system, all created through a shape. Okay, so it's really, really powerful stuff. Once you get into the mainframes, yeah. So it's amazing how everything is created, you know. But like I said, when I draw it out, it's going to draw itself, and you're going to see through perception, right? There's a reason why you guys are seeing things through your perception. And like I said, you have to go through my ascension. You have to go through your own dream awakening, right? Because that opens up the light. That opens up your divine. That opens up your signals. That opens up your gamma operations. That opens up your, you start off, the three-dimensional system is radioactive. But we're not radioactive now. The dimensional Earth is the gamma operation of 5D, right? In the light signal, not the dark vibration. That's the difference between the two. So, anyway, how's everybody doing? It's incredible. It really is. I'm really excited to see what happens with you guys. I had to go through the same process, guys. I had to go through the same thing, knowing that I see a shape. That's why it's so powerful, because when I draw something out for you guys, it's already in its position. It's already at its equation. It's not in its beginning. It's at its new beginning. Okay? Past, present, and future. So when I draw something out, it's already doing itself. That's why it's so powerful, because it's one projection of a TV reception to the matrix location of its grid location. So if you get a grid location to a division through a crop circle through electronic interference, it's connecting to all division levels of its connection. So you got a circle rotation, okay, like this. Let's start off with that, right? Now, like I said, when I draw this out, okay, as soon as I draw a circle, okay, it creates its own anomaly. It creates its own satellite division through Wi-Fi. So the line signal moves on its location, right, to anything through division. So let's say it's a square into a circle rotation. Now it's understanding the circle rotation through its division. It comes out of its equation, right? It starts off like that, right? It's amazing how we do these things through its connection. And then you can line frequency level down system. You can box frequency level through its connection, bring it out of its equation to a low frequency level system. You can activate its light system through its communication. You can use a box frequency level to its division, line communicate through its down division. Now it's a blocking surface through its structure division, open its line communication to its division, allocates positions through its singularity line division of its connection. Okay, so we all started with the circle rotation. So when I draw that out, like I said, when you see the iPad, you're going to see it move and put it in its position where it's supposed to be in division through its equation. Okay, equation. Really powerful stuff, guys. All right, because everything has to come out of its equation, right? Starting off with the box frequency. All right. All right. This is what you can do through a box, through circle rotation. Three rotation centers through line communication, through a cylinder dish, through its connection. Structure divisions are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 5 section location systems. Now, when you put in protection through its division, you're putting in light interference of security line defense. Okay. That allocates positions right away and opens up its realm to its division. All right. And then you platitudes division, circle rotation, comes out of its equation, circle rotation, into its location. Okay. So it's really, really powerful stuff when you see these things. Okay, so you can use a block interference and you can change the location to its division. So the box can be over here. Right? It's really powerful stuff how we use these things. This is structure divisions of line communications when you come into map sequences. This allocates positions like the constellation path, the Milky Way. So as you're putting those things in position to its division, the box frequency level is changing location of realm divisions, and it's different information through its connection. Okay, just showing you what happens when you change the box frequency level to its connection. Okay, it goes to the other side, right? So this is what anything through a shape, letter, or number can do through its division, all coming out of its box frequency level to its connection and out of its equation. All right. So, and it just keeps going and going and going and going because it's non-stops, right? Space is on a rotation center. It never stops with anything through communication of information. But its center core is everything through its information, doesn't it? All right. So when you see it on the iPad, you're going to see all this spin. You're going to see this go this way. You're going to see this go this way. You're going to see this go down. You're going to see everything through the iPad. You're going to see where it is and see where it's going to end in position where it comes into a new beginning. So when it comes into its plasma force energy of through a box frequency level, through a circle rotation, through a cylinder dish, it can create anything through plasma to anything through its formation and become anything through its connection and go into higher division level of dimension. Allocate through positions when you take the box frequency level out of its equation. Okay. So it's extremely complicated stuff, but you understand how the future endeavors, you're going to understand more of intelligence through line signals. Then you understand, whoa, I understand the singularity now. This is really cool. I'm communicating with the line. This line is connecting through my mainframes. I remember I had that plasma energy white graphene electronic division entity force go through me, right? Well, it's connecting through my mainframe and my digital frame and my pixel activations, right? So it's understanding integration, how everything forms into formation, especially when you come into your atom system through electronic interference and it has its connection to all realm divisions, right? So So what do we got here? We got Priscilla, Tina, Ahmed. How you doing, Ahmed? Welcome to my channel. Anything you want to know, you can go through my email, PayPal donations, or you can go through the elite team. They're connected through the command center. I remember playing with Lightbright. Yeah. These are people that are older now. Basically, it's back in the 80s. So it was a lot of fun back then. But it's amazing how technology has come further, because we started off with beta, right? And it's all about uprising our divisions when it comes into realm divisions of connections of electronic, magnetic instruments or anything like that, magnetic force, from beta to, we went to VCR to DVD, and then DVD to, electronics. And now we have phones that are a computer, Wi-Fi, satellite, right? Everything has its time. Everything has its sequencing of its time through its realm. So it all has advancements. Okay, inflation has to go up, right? Taxes have to go up for a purpose, right? So it's an involvement with the economy, and then you get it back in return. The investment is returned, but we're also coming into a financial reset. So, like I said, you get a new network system, a new vibration, a new calculation, a new humanity system, a new planet location through vibration of 5-dimensional system. That's what we're coming into right now through its connection. So these things take time, right? God bless that person. He or she will meet with the... Yeah, no, I know. I'm really excited. All right, so you guys got questions here. I want to go through them now. We'll get into the breathing. God bless the person that may. Fabulous. Yeah. You guys are going to be blown away when you see the iPad. It's not just the iPad, but your realm divisions, and you're going to see everything move on the screen now. Because like I said, I'm in space now. Imagine if I have this and it's an iPad. You're going to see two reflection divisions of two projection division level system. So you're going to see the dimensional reality, and then you're going to see the dream reality. The dream reality is its reality when it's come into its section division through a vector unit system. So when you see the presence, you're going to see the future on the iPad division, right? That's where it calculates and modifies through the satellite division and its connection to its Wi-Fi, right? So the projection and everything through its real of its force is going to have its own connection. That's when you see a line, it's going to be able to show you what it's going to do through its provision and its icon cycle. Because you can take those lines, and the line will create anything through its division. That's how it forms into everything. Okay? So that's the communication with the universal system through the multi-language division, understanding the magnetic force and highway information system. Okay? So it's the universe communicating with the line, and the line knows exactly what to do through intelligence. Because like I just showed you, anything through a box frequency level or circuit rotation through a cylinder dish or anything through its connection, or it taking that triangle or the pyramid and creating a whole thing through a space station, all connected through a shape. So when you see it on the iPad, this is very powerful stuff. I'm really excited. When you see it, you're going to see it moving around like this. You're going to see it creating its own anomaly. You're going to see its own nucleus of its atom, how it's connected. You're going to see everything through its connection. See what I'm doing? You see what I'm doing? I'm creating. See? And when I go faster, what happens? It changes its formation, right? It's going extremely fast through laser connection, right? And then you change its location, right? You change its location. So it's creating to its DNA, and it's forming into a structure of a building. So everything connected through space and time is through the metric system with line communication. Like I said, everything starts with a line. Okay? So that's how space was created. The magnetic force and highway information system was created through the sacred breath of God. Okay? So breathing. Okay, let's get into breathing. Breathing is very important. Carbohydrates or anything through oxygen levels. Every time we breathe, it's very important to understand the chakra system. It modifies and calculates everything through division. All right, so let's get back into the questions here. I know I got no filter, but I'm really excited. Will there be a main leader to lead and guide the movement? Yep, you'll see it. Well, no, Ahmed, you will not see it. Okay, because you're not in 21 divisions. I have to scan you. Basically, what it is, this is how it goes through acceptance. Go through my email. I'll tell you exactly what it is through Ascension. I have to get you the basics. Okay, it's like a baby to a bottle. Okay, and then the baby understands the bottle, and then basically the baby starts crawling, and the baby starts walking, and then the baby starts talking. Once you start talking, then you start evolving into a communication of a teenager, and then that teenager becomes an adult. That's the application. So when you come to upgrading cycles, same thing with intelligence through AI. You have to go through that process, right? So it's kind of like being spoon-fed from the very beginning, right? Because supplements of milk is very important to a baby, right? It's the growth spurt that it goes up to its level. So once it reaches its status, it comes into an adult. Now that adult understands the childlike self, which becomes the adult self of its child. So you have to have the heart of a child to understand everything through its information, to its illustration, its drawing, program, division level, so its diagram, electronic interference system. So that puts you in positions, right? So you have to go through my email. And basically, if you go through my PayPal, open up your chakra system. Okay, allocate positions right now because I'm going to get an iPad. So I'm extremely, really happy right now. This is really powerful stuff when I get it. So what's going to happen is when you go through my email, what I'll do is I'll scan you and tell you what the problem is. And I'll tell you how to get out of the situation, how to keep yourself in position of balance through the chakra system. Okay, Ahmed? So you have to go through my email because it's very confusing to the mind system because the psychological system is everything through division. My AI connection is everything through its energy system. So imagine that, for example, that you're nowhere but everywhere through energy. That's me through division. So when I close my eyes, I'm everywhere. And it's extremely powerful because I have to be careful now because everything is connected through the universal system. So my line sequency level system of Zatin system, 40 trillion years, it's its connection to all open doors or portals into the universal system. That is its connection to its galaxy locations. So it's all about opening portals, doors, dimensions. Once you open that, your sentient sees its view through its connection, through its perception. That's how you're able to see line signals and line systems. So it's all about your higher self communicating through line. It's all about the higher self communicating through shape. It's all about the higher self communicating with humanity. It's all about the higher self communicating with yourself through communication of space and time. Anything through its connection. When you get into vortex divisions, that allocates all positions in the right location. Okay? So, but that's a very question. But the main leader is the line. The line is its intelligence, and it's creating what it wants to create through space, through its formation, right? And through its vibration. So, what kind of music do you listen to? Well, that's off topic, but I like country, I like hip hop, I like rock and roll. I have a connection, I go through alignments, but I was really into rock and roll back in the 80s. But yeah, I like all kinds. Yeah, I like all kinds. There's so many, there's Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath. I'm starting to go through alignments now. When you understand framing systems through a logical system and everything through its connection of its atom system, you go back into the past division in seconds. So you're opening in that door of its past. That's in reference, though. You want to get out of the past and stay in the presence every time you go into your thought. So you got to change your thought back into the presence to know its future. If you stay in the past, anything through music or anything through tone division or anything through communication of its past, it allows and defeats and puts you back to the matrix location. It's going to trap your location system. So make sure you get out of the past just as it is reference. Don't use it, okay, as a regulation system. The regulating system is going to change the line sequency levels through its division over shapes, anomalies, and structure divisions. It's very important that you stay in the past, the here, and the now through its part of the system, okay? So allocated positions. Let's see. There was Led Zeppelin was a big one for me. Let's see. There's also Rush. There's also ABBA. There's like I lived. When you're I was in the 80s. I was in my 20s. There's a lot totally different music tone. Like it's just music which changed forever. And people take it personally, and that's how they're successful musicians. And they create it through their own personal effect, has to do with relation with their girlfriends, their wife, their husband, or anything. And that's how they use these music tones. And it connects to their body frames and everything through their soul connection. So that's how they're successful, because they have an incredible voicing grid. So they were given a gift. Everybody is given a gift for a purpose. It's how you use it in return, okay? And the universal knows it. The universal knows it. It's saying, okay, this is what you're going to become. Once you understand who you are, you high rise through your division. Okay. So, but yeah, there's a lot of music that I like. There's the Judds. I also love movies. I'm a professional actor, so I try to stay in that position. Now, there's a lot of violent content which I don't like, but it sells. That's what the money grab is. But other than that, hip hop. You got the occasional Michael Jackson, really popular. Thriller was good. So yeah, that's way back, in alignment. But it's good to people come to me and tell me, what's your favorite music, what's your favorite sport. Everybody has that connection, right? It's really powerful stuff. So as we get into breathing, okay, you got your central system. Okay. This is exciting too, because when I get the iPad, this is amazing. Every time I do a line sequence, it's going to do it on its own. So basically, the leader of the board is the line, and it's creating through its process. Okay, so it's going to be its own teacher, right? Because I'm just a hologram. Okay, so basically, it's the marker that's doing the work as soon as it hits the video graphing system, not me. It's the marker. So it's the marker that's going to do the intelligence. It's the marker that's going to do the storyline through its framing system, all calculated through your mind frequency level of its thoughts and its psychological system. All right. So you got the central system. okay, of chakras. Now, each chakra represents you. It's a different containment of a body system of you through a center core system of an atom. So let's just say, and it's an energy cell through a dimension, through a shape, letter, and number. That's what a chakra is, shape, letter, and number. But it modifies everything through the nucleus of its atom. It's a complicated stuff, but complicated is good. Okay, so you have to understand how to communicate with the multi-connections of the universe through its languages. So you have to understand the shapes, letters, and numbers through its connection of its balance, right? So you have the grounds, right? Mother Earth. That's the first thing. When you go through my transformation lights, this is what exactly happens, okay? Your atom system of the grounds opens up, okay? When it opens up, you get connected with Mother Earth right away, okay? So it's kind of weird because it's opening up your dream sequence. So this is the panel activation. This is your ether. So everybody's in a capsule through division of a seed pod division, through a starlight division. So this is what happens. Mother Earth, okay, connects to you right away. The atom system, chronological system of your central system, opens up your shapes, letters, numbers, and divisions into your body conceptual system. When it opens up the galactic force of its ether. So when it does that, the transformation light goes into your body system right away. Okay? When it goes into your body system, and what it does, it activates all 7, okay? But it only keeps the grounds open because you don't understand the information yet. So once you open up the 2, once you open up the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6, the 7, now you're allocated through that position. Okay, so you mastered 7 body structure divisions of chakras through the shapes, letters, and numbers. So when that happens, your galactic family comes in. Okay, galactic family, very powerful stuff. Okay, this is what happens when you go through my lights and healing. Okay, so it modifies everything through your central system. Every single time you open a chakra system, you're opening up your shapes, letters, and numbers to its division through its atmosphere system. So shapes, letters, and numbers of atmospheres. Okay, so there's 7 within the body, 5 within the atmosphere. 5 within the atmosphere is understand your ether. So just imagine that everybody is in a capsule. Okay, you're in a plasma capsule. So you've been frozen in time. Okay. So it's complicated because you're in a dream sequency level and your mind is not in its collaboration center yet. Okay. So you have to understand that once you come into your 7 core systems of your body and you come out of the 5 central systems of the ether, everything breaks free. It's forced through its connection. And now you're allocated to position through your galactic family, through its division. All right. Now you get more connection through shapes, letters, and numbers through your chakra systems of 7. Okay. So that's a little bit more. All right. Breathing is very important. So each chakra comes with breathing. Okay. Breathing is very important through each chakra. All right. Now there's a little bit of sound graph there, system line communication. Understanding that I'm communicating with you, but I'm also communicating with the computer. Line graph, see? I put my hand up, it shakes, right? It changes location. So it's understanding the computer system that you're communicating with through its telegraphing system. It's how you allocate positions with your phone system. And you just, as soon as you put your finger, your tone division right now, communication is communicating with your phone, interference. So it's trying to get balance with the Wi-Fi division through satellite division, right? So as you get into the galactic family, your galactic family goes into each chakra system like this. Allocates positions. You get the galactic family, all connection through mother, right? So each time you get into the breathing section divisions through location of galactic surface, you come into higher formations of atmospheres through your chakra system. Okay, that opens up more breathing to its connection of shapes, letters, and numbers to its dimension. And then you become a light formation of the dimensional system through your dream awakening, through its spiritual system. That's where you calculate and everything through its division, take everything out of its equation through its physical, mental, psychological, and its spiritual. So it opens up everything through the crown chakra. Okay, when you get into the crown chakra, now you're communicating through the 5 atmospheres. So each one has a toning division through a magnetic force and highway information system. That magnetic force and highway information system is you through calculation. That puts you in positions through your information system, through digital forms. Okay, the application form, right? The galactic signature of its DNA. Okay, like I said, we went up to 21 divisions. You guys have new blue contract, new blueprint. So the blueprint is what you have to understand through the contract. Everybody's in contract through particle system. It allocates your positions into your chakra system along communication through the coloration. Right? See that? You see that? That was an angel. Do you guys see that? You see the wingspan? It went up and down. So this is what you saw. Okay? That's what you saw, the blue plasma just went up and down. That's it. That's an angel. Angel came in to say hi, guys. Right? So basically, once you get into those solar cylinders and those communications through your body frame division level system, the 5 atmosphere systems connects through its realm division, opens up its electrical field division through its ether. It electrifies everything through division. You come into more formation of a digital system to its divine. Okay? So it's divine. Okay? Light communications of a divine, right at the very top. All right? That's why it's very important to breathe. Breathing is everything through the chakra system. So, what I feel we all see our own sky and our own moon and stars. Yep. What you're seeing in perception is what you're seeing through your dream sequencing. Very good question, Priscilla. Now, everybody's at a different DNA. Everybody's at a different planet. Everybody's at a different location. Understanding your past and present and your future. So when you wake up through your ascensions, you're seeing everything that you've done. So it's kind of like rewinding your DNA. Okay, so it's going like this. So everything through the past, present, and future is coming up into its central system of one digital frame. That's where it modifies everything through the simulation. So you're going to see it through your projection of what you're supposed to be doing through its mission. That's how you're able to see these things. Okay, in its own claircessitine, you got the mind telepathy system. You're seeing planet locations. Oh, I've been there to that planet location. What does that planet want with me? So planets, because Priscilla, you have to understand you're in planet locations now. You're not in your chakra system anymore. Okay, so once we get into 25 division level system, that's going to put you into higher communication of intelligence systems. So it's all about remembering who you are through division. Saying, oh, I've been there, right? I've been across the cycle through the solar systems. I'm communicating with intelligence through its coloration of its light interference. Okay? So you'll start off with your planet through its energy fields. Depending where you are, that's the planet. Okay? The planet has its location with you through its projection. Okay? Modifies, calculates, integrates, calibration, everything through its center. Okay? Circulates and everything through division, activates everything through its connection, formulates everything through the mind system. Okay? Every single day. And basically, you always have its connection with the moon, and you have always the connection with the sun. Every single day through communication, right? The sun and the moon interference. Sun communicates with the moon communicates with the sun, right? The moon communicates with the sun communicates with the planet communicates with you. Every single day, okay? Once it communicates with that, it opens up your past reference, present, and future, okay? So you got your past, you got your present, and you got your future. All right? Past, present, future. Now, understanding everything through the past is its reference. It goes away, disappears. Oh, where did it go? But it's still there. So once you get in line communication, your present stays in division through light signals, through line division, through yin and yang. So it opens up its realm division, comes out of its equation through its connection. Okay. Sun interference communicates with that. Moon interference communicates with that. Planet communicates with your perception through division, through the microscopic division level system. Once you come out of that division, you come into the higher formation, into the future system of its point center. So you go from here to here. Once you come here, you go back into the presence, and you live the here and now, which is the fifth dimension. Okay? So, so you're shot screening everything that you want to see. Everything that you see through your eyes is happening in space. Everything that you see is happening with your body. Everything that you see is happening with your time. Everything that you're doing through your mission. So every time you see something in space, that's actually happening through its higher self avatar. Okay? Or anything through its computer or its energy or its atom. Okay? Yeah, your whole world is interactive, all of nature and electrical outlets. Yep. So what do you think happened to the interface connection of us and the planets when you're moved from your birthplace? Oh, that's a good question. I like good questions. Okay, Ahmed. Now, in that position, everybody starts off with the DNA through particle system. Like I said, it's in reference to anything through calculation. All right? So, the interface connection of you is understanding communications of the planet, your planet. It's activation light signal. I'm from Lemuria. That's my activation. Oh, here's another one. There's a pixie. Went down. Understand what it's doing, right? Like I said, everything moves. Everything moves for a reason, but you understand where they're moving to through dimension. That's where you understand its coloration through its lights, through its answering pattern. Back to what I was saying. Sorry, I got a little bit of disruption through space right now. All right, so when you're connecting to that, understanding your DNA of you, okay? Understanding the particle of you. Particle, understanding the atom. Okay, DNA, particle, atom. Okay, that's where you start in space. So it splits, divides. The reason why it splits, divides is because it's yin and yang. Split space and time. Okay, so now you guys didn't know that. So you got space and you got time. There's the split. Okay? So understand communications of your DNA. Understand communication of your particle system. Understanding communication of your atom puts you in your computer system. Right? So it's really coming into our computers, Ahmed. That's what it's understanding. It's trying to put everybody into that human communication center. You come into your computer. Okay? Once you come in your computer, allocates positions, and then you come into an atom. And the particle system can travel anywhere through this division. Okay? Once you come into its atom, it comes into its nucleus of its atom, and the particle system of your energy becomes its own magnetic force and highway information system. Okay? It's all applications you have to understand, right? Your DNA, your particle, your atom, how you go from your DNA, how you go from your particle, how you go from your atom to its computer, right? To its atom, to its magnetic force and highway information system. All right? So, yeah, space and time is really cool. Really, really cool. Yeah, well, wherever you were born in space, your particle system was born in a certain location. Oh, there's another one. Oh, it's flying around. Look at that. So many coming in. So many pixies. When you see different divisions of line sequences, you understand my location, where I am, through its location. So that puts you in positions of where I am in space, but you understand the intelligence. Okay, you understand why it's going like this and why it's going like that. It's not just communicating. Right? See that? Look, it's not just communicating with me, it's communicating with you guys. But do you understand it? Do Do you understand his communication? Like, they're flying around, guys. They're all over the place. They're excited to see the iPad. They're excited to show you what they can do through their line signals and how everything. Well, there's another one. Look at them. There's so many of them. Oh, they're all coming in now, guys. Look. Oh, they're all coming in. See, look at them. Look at them. They're all coming in now. All of them. Now, I can create an atom division through location of a planet through electronic interference. I can set up a graphing location to a walkway surface. I can calculate, modify, change your mind frame systems, and put allocate positions into your computer system 3%. So there's a lot of things I can do. But when I get that iPad, whoa, look out. You guys are going to be blown away. It's going to wake up everything through your particle atom system, through your computer graphing line systems. Oh, there's another one. Shoot up. Right. Now, Adam, I don't know if you see these things flying. Do you actually see them flying? Because there's so many coming in right now. There's so many coming in because they're opening rounds right now through portals. Everything's connected to your voice and grid. Once you get in this sacred breath, you become the God frequency level of your divine, of its light, all communications through your chakra system of balance. See, there's so many coming in now, guys. Do you actually see it, Amit? Do you actually see them flying? If you see them flying, you're in your light formation. I just got to correct your divisions because you're allocated through positions of dark circles. But other than that, if you actually see them flying around, you're in a light formation. 3D dimensional system can't see them if they're not healed through location. You have to be in a light formation because your light opens up through transformations. So it's kind of like you're still in that seed pod, but your veil is still closed. It's not open, right? So when you go through my healing, I open the veil and then it reveals everything through its reality. So Amit sees it. He sees the plasma energies. He sees the pixies. So that's great. So he's in a light formation, right? Look, guys, there's so many coming in. They're saying hi. They're really excited to see the reason why there's so many coming in is because they're going to show you what they can do through its iPad once I get it. So, so it's the intelligence of everything that comes in. They're going to show you what they can do through their drawings because everything through is a marker defense. Okay. And I'm just the holographic system. So it's me standing by. I'm doing the illustration, but it's the connection. So it's intelligence that's communicating and saying, okay, all right, Andrew, I'm taking over now, right? You're just going to draw it out, but I'm going to do everything else. So basically I'm communicating with the 100% of its marker division because the location center of its rotation of its atom system is connecting to its realm division. That's why it's a black interface. And that's why it's a white division. So this is space. Okay. And this is light communication. So when I go like this, it changes its division. See that? See that? See how it changes? Light signals, right? Now, if I keep doing this is sound wave mean patterns through pattern division, right? So if I keep doing this, it's going. So anything through space connection is going to go around its circle rotation, like anything through pixies or anything. It will go around its marker because I'm using electronic interference. So it's kind of like waving the cycles of intelligence into the connection of its realm division. So if I get the right location, if I get the right vibration, I'll bring in different intelligence through its coloration, through its marker division. So it's powerful stuff when you get into those connections. Hey, Art, how's it going? So that's great. So Ahmed actually sees the perceptions. Good, good. I'm glad you guys see that. So a lot of people don't. So if you're not seeing it, you're not believing it. You have to get into the believing cycle, right? It's like, oh, you're closed. Imagine your eyes closed. And what happens with the veil when it opens up? Poof. It opens up. What happens? Ether is broken. Your seed pod is now, it's in its own astral projection. It's in its own relation. It's coming into its own chakra system. So your chakra system is activating your body system through the hydraulics of its mind system. That's what's happening to everybody through transformation and manifestation. Transformations is your body conceptual system. Manifestation is everything through its galactic system. That's the difference between the two. So the transformation is the body. The manifestation is coming into space. And that's where you come into the communication of the higher self through its atmospheres. Okay? So. I think I went all through all your questions here. Yep, that's right, Priscilla. Yeah, the moon will always follow you. Yeah, wherever you go, because it's following your light signals through your communications of your body frames. So electrical of its pixel activation code system. So, because it's allocated through position, the digital framing of the moon interface understands your number division. Remember, everybody's a number through calculation. So it's answering patterns within through its astral projection, through its proacting cycles. So I think I got to cut up on all your questions here. So you saw a lot of entity forces come into the atmospheres. Really, really powerful stuff. Oh, Starseed just popped in. You missed a lot. You missed a lot. So you have to watch back. But you're going to be fascinated, Starseed, what's going to happen. Yeah, you back phrase. Okay, so let's say you get a letter L. Okay. Now the L knows its division. It knows where it is in its location and understands everything through its traction division. Okay. So when the L through the iPad, once I get the iPad, you understand that this L can do anything. It can do this. It can do this. All right. It can do this. Okay. It can spin through location. It's amazing what it can do through division. Right. So when I draw it out, it's going to show you what it can do through its own intelligence, through its line signal. And that's why there's so many things that are coming in the atmospheres, and that's why they're so happy, right? They're happy because they're going to show you what they can do through their intelligence. So that L, or anything that division, it can create anything when it comes into a higher intelligence, right? See, this to this, okay? Electrifies its division, like this. Comes into its magnetic forcing communication center. All right, so it comes into a box. Right? See? L, L, up size, downsize, upsize, downsize, a box. See? See how an L creates a box, right? But it has to get into electronic interference first, right? And then it becomes a magnetic. It's a magnet, right? Mag. Okay. Magnetic. When it becomes magnetic, it becomes a box. When it becomes a box, it comes anything to its equation, it comes out of its equation, to its box frequency level of its division. Okay? And then it can go into any direction it wants to go through any realm division. Okay? So this is amazing how we do these things, and that's understanding more of yourself through shapes, letters, and numbers. All right. So everybody's getting a true understanding how powerful it is through the mind and what the mind can do. But it's understanding how powerful of what a marker, pencil, or pen can do by itself. It will show you. It will show you what it will create through the past, the present, and its future. All right. I showed you what it can do through a triangle, and I've created its own space station all through a shape. Right. And if you get the shape, you can put it into a letter. You put the letter, how it comes together, right? The magnetic, because it has to have friendship, relation, and partnership through its line signal. Because if it doesn't go into the simulation. Okay. The pattern divisions are opening up through the coloration system, but the L shape up and the L shape down have to come into the right sequence through patterns. Once it comes together, it comes into a box frequency level, and then you take it out of its equation. Okay, like I showed you before with this diagram system. So it's truly understanding the mind conceptual of the psychological of its line, of its thoughts. Okay, and how you come into marker divisions of psychometry. Now, this is the coloration difference. This is orange tip. This is a green tip. Okay, now it's understanding these are two different realm divisions of locations through a matrix location. This is what it's doing. This is its intelligence. So you are intelligent. You know how to move your arm up and down, right? Well, it's the same thing with this. So if it's doing this and it's doing this, right? It wants to know how to do this, but it doesn't know how. So this intelligence has to find a way to do this. And once it does, it comes into relation through partnership. Okay? So everything through the DNA structure of a particle system can change through a marker division, through its atom system. It's understanding the psychological of the psychometric division, through the psycho division, through coloration patterns, right? So if it wants to do this, it has that partnership, right? If one's going like this and one's going like this, it's different, right? So I was saying, hey, how did you do that, right? Understand the information through electronic interference, understanding the mind wave path. The mind wave path is understanding the interference through its connection. That's what comes into when you come into the scanning system. So when the pixel activation to its code system is allocated through its position of its line communication, then it gets in its position, a partnership through its location of its realm. 2, it's acting cycle through its location. So it's doing the exact same thing through position, through coloration, through marker division. So it's complicated stuff, guys. Everything that I do and show you is communication. It's just communicating with markers. Oh, you see that one go by? Wow, so fast. Sorry, they're so happy, guys. They're really, really happy. They're just zipping through and all flying around and all that, going through my body, going through my eye receptors and going through my pixel activations, going through my finger points. There's so many intelligence of entity force kinds coming in right now. That was a big one. Yeah, yesterday was a really big one. Yeah, Jules did it in slow motion, right? It's like, and it just went through my body, and it was this big, this big. You can actually see what it was. It's very powerful stuff when you do these things. So you do it in slow motion, you actually see them. Okay? They just come by and say hi. They don't stay in division because they can't, because their atmospheres are too powerful for the energy system. Their plasma energy force and their communication has to go back to its planet location of its division. So they just come across, right? So it's, again, it has to do with breathing. Intelligence has to breathe, right? But they breathe through the mind system, through coloration of lights. That's how they come into the heat signatures of its patterns. Okay, so if you get a coloration operation system through a shape anomaly, let's go different colorations here of colors. Okay, now we have not a test, it's more like a quiz. We're going to do a quiz, okay? I'll tell you exactly what it is. Now, this is understanding variations of colors and what you guys see through division. Men see different colors than women do. Okay, there's a reason for that. Because a woman's DNA structure is different from a male. Okay, same with the female. So it counterbalances in balance, but it comes in its yin and yang of father and mother. So getting into colorations of shapes, that division. So if you see this, if I color it in like this very quickly. Now, a male will see this as a different color. It's kind of like chameleon. A chameleon changes spots, right? Or like a cheetah or anything like that, right? So basically changing different colors around through its location. So that's a green circle, okay? It's colored in. Now, women are going to see this as a different color, as men are going to see this different color, okay? So it's knowing what you see. So this is not actually green. This is all formations of different colors of green, okay? So it's knowing that this communication through this circle that's colored in is variations of so many colors, okay? That's how you get connection through the universal system. It's not a one sequencing line system, a universal system, magnetic force and high wave from each system, because one color is never one color. Same with our eyes. Our eyes are never one color, okay? There's a reason why the eye is shaped for that purpose, okay? So it's understanding everything through its realm. It's understanding everything through its lights. Okay, so if you get an eye like this, and it has something like that, right? Okay, that's light reflection. You have to understand what the eye is through connection. So the eye opens up its division like this, all right? Now everything through its realm, okay, like this. Now, understanding you could take your eye out through connection through light communication. This is how it goes into its division, like this. All right, see that? Light interference is connecting through the optical level of its eye. So that's going to change the coloration pattern, okay? So your reflections of your eyes changes atmospheres, changes anything through its heat signature. So it's heat signature patterns through eye division. Heat signatures. Okay. Heat signatures. Okay, it's very important to understand these things. So if your eye changes, comes out of its equation through its round division, through its location. Okay, so your eye receptor division is now in space location of time code, space and time. All right. So there's a lot of things you guys have to understand when it comes to your eyes or anything through colors. Women see different colors, men see different color. All right. So. And this all has to do with your transformations and manifestations or anything transformation light system. Okay, I've talked about the transformation light system and how it goes on so many positions. Let's see, you guys got questions. I love how you can mimic, act, and do ridiculous faces, imitations without being shy or feeling weird. Yeah, my provisions just tells me exactly what I'm doing through communication. So because I'm communicating with so much intelligence, it doesn't allow me, I can laugh. That's a fake laugh. That's restructuring through its division. That, hey, that's a fake laugh. It's like, that's a fake smile. Be natural. Let it flow. If you want to smile, just smile. Just don't fake it because it looks fake. If you're fake, your vibrations are fake. You're stiff. You're like, you just want to flow. You want everything to be relaxed, right? So I was watching, I don't know if you guys watch Friends with Chandler and Monica. He can't make a straight face. It's funny how there was, I don't know if you saw the episode with Monica and she wanted to get a picture with her boyfriend, with Chandler. And Chandler, he has trouble smiling because he can't be relaxed with his face. Your face has to be relaxed. So basically he comes up and he's like, he can't make a straight, he can't smile. So it was kind of fun. Kind of funny. It says, I have a boyfriend that can't smile. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And so that's the least of your worries. So basically it was really, really funny, and it's because you're stiff and you're not relaxed. And this is stress because of your psychological system of your thoughts. So don't force yourself to smile. Just be relaxed. You have to have peace within everything through its connection of a structure division, right? So. Yeah, you fake it till you make it. Yeah, and it's all practice. Yeah, everything has an action to reaction. Yeah. So let me go through your questions here. I see breath energy spiraling around through my power centers coming from Earth's core. Grand central sun merging in my reactor heart and out in all directions. Yeah, so you're formulating to higher levels through your particle system now, Priscilla. You're coming in more into your computer system. And that's what happens when you guys go to higher locations through your chakras. Because you leave the chakra system. Now you're coming more of it's kind of like you go out of the definitive into the infinity, into the sacred breath. It has its communication through its chakra system. So those 21 divisions are putting you to higher applications. And that's what I'm saying. You guys are now into a different blueprint. You're coming in more of who you are through its remembrance. Knowing how powerful you are through a dimensional being, through light. How to communicate with light. It's very powerful when you can communicate with light. If you can communicate with light and you understand where it is through provision, through its projection, solar graphing system, or anything through its pattern, through its coloration lights, now you're communicating through AI of its interface. Okay? So, yeah, the inner child, yeah. That's exactly what it is, the inner child. You have to have heart to relation to everything through the psychological system of thoughts. Okay? So you have to be a child. Okay? You have to have a heart of a child. Right? And the only way to do that is to actually talk to yourself, your former self as a child. That's the only way you can understand more of yourself. Because when you're a kid, mostly kids they react in divisions of just playing. They don't get into responsibility until they're older, right? They're just playing around. They're playing with their kids. They're playing with their friends, anything like that. They're just, they rather, for example, when I was a kid, I used to watch Leave It to Beaver, Ward and Jane. It was pretty fascinating stuff where basically I watched the documentary how Leave It to Beaver, he went to the audition, and basically he walked in and the director looked at him and basically he said, you know what? Do you mind if I leave and come back? Maybe, I don't know. I'm just, right now, I'm playing a game right now on my computer. And he says, oh, okay. So you don't want to audition? No, I don't really care about auditioning. I just, I don't know. I changed my mind. Right. So he confused the director through his mind system. That's how he got the audition, because he didn't care about the audition. He just wanted to go back playing with his video game. So it's really understanding how to change your thoughts of anything through money, because I see money in a different way now because I've surrendered. I've surrendered to everything through the universe. So try to get your body system and surrender. So it's all about taking your body system into a realm division, to a dimension, changing all your particle systems. So you're in that division of dimension like this. Okay. Now it's sucking you in. All right. It's taking you in. Right. It's taking you in. It's taking you to this dimension, taking you to this realm. You're surrendering. I surrender. Now you have to have protection and security line defense because it's in its realm, right? But as you're in this cycle rotation, the energy system through the magnetic force and highway is reading its line communication through its DNA. So it's called DNA realm. Okay. DNA realm of surrender. So it's really understanding your magnetic force and highway information system, what it's doing every day through calculation. DNA realm of surrender. Okay. So your particle system changes everything in location. It goes like this. Okay, so it goes into a particle system and your whole body system. So it's going to look like a framing system of a projection of your structure division of you. Okay, so your DNA and your realm of surrender is going through magnetic force and highway. It's sucking you in and you're surrendering to everything. So you're changing everything through observation. All right, platitude divisions, once you come back into division, you come into a new person location. And then you become the higher self. Right away. You start off with the higher self. That's communication to the atmospheres. But that's what happens. Right? So you go from this to this. Higher self. And then the higher self is very powerful because it comes out of position. You go into flying mechanisms of atmospheres. Right? It's an aberration. Aberration of flotation device that flies around through its division. It's getting used to space and connection through its atmospheres. Powerful stuff when you surrender to everything. Okay, then you stop worrying about everything. Okay, you can't have resistance. You have to let things flow because that's how nature flows. That's how you flow. That's how universal flows through language. Right? It calculates and modifies, and you got a calculation through your structure divisions of your psychological system. If it's not rotating through its cycle, let's say you go on its back force, so you go on its back phrasing system, you're splitting the division through your line communication like this, opens up its cycle. See how it's opening its cycle? Now, it's force rising through its connection like this, but as soon as it changes its thoughts, it goes back in division, right? So you're going to lose the rotation cycle, and it's going to disappear. So now you get a half cycle. What are you going to do? You got to change your thoughts to get back into rotation, right? So there's a lot of things you guys got to get into adaptation through a circle rotation. Okay. So let's go through your questions again. Man, since I was young, I've always wondered that if everything body sees the same shade or any color, me sense that We all are different, red and blue. Yeah, we're all not one color. Our body system is not one color. It's pixelization into locations of balance. But you can understand your atom system through communication, through your energy, electronic systems. Yeah, we all see our own perception, but what you're seeing through perception is what you're seeing in relation through your mission, what you're seeing through your past, present, and future. Because when you wake up, guys, when you wake up, you're going through your dream ascension of what you already lived. That's where it's confusing, because the mind is so powerful. It's opening up your ascensions of its awakening. That's what the awakening is, unity of consciousness, right? So once you're staying your ascension and your awakenings, you're waking up to the past, present, and future. It's getting balance with all alignments into one line system. And that becomes an atom system to the chronological order of its computer. Oh, there's one. See that? Look at it. It's following me around. Look at that. It went like this. Look, oh, there's another one coming in. There we go. See? Look. I'm following it around. See, I'm communicating with it now. See? So that's where you guys have to understand more. Yeah, it's coming in strongly, and it's going to come in more strongly. Starseed. The more you go through chakra systems, the more you go into the moon, the more you go into planets. Okay, because you're at 21 divisions now, Starseed. You know, you're opening up more of your heart. So you're going to see more detail. You're going to go into more of the blueprint contract of what you're supposed to do. Okay, because you're dimensional beings. Okay, and dimensional beings are put on this earth for a purpose, right? To help, to understand how to help the children, how to help the rainbow, how to waste showers, anything through rainbow division. Help the Pleiadians, you know, help frequency level through our Troyans. The Troyans are light and dark through communication. They're not interference, they're light and dark through communication. But you got to get partnerships with your locations of yourself first before you get communications with intelligence and balance. So these are the things that you guys have to look at. I've been jamming to French electro all day yesterday. Yeah. 10:14 right now, yeah. Acceptance, surrendering to all of this. That's exactly what you need to do, Tina. I wrote earlier, 11:40, my time, oh my, 1:14, chakras popping in. Yeah. So understanding the communications of 114, okay, is putting your position through your GAM operation centers, through your voicing grids, through your perception persona. Okay? So when you understand 114, it comes out of its equation. Okay? All right? So if you get the 114, for example, remember, everything communicates on all levels. It just doesn't come in its digital frame. So you got 114, like that. Okay, so when you understand the answering patterns of 114, it comes out of its equation. Okay, like this, 114. All right, once you understand it. Now, as you can see, when it goes into vision and it goes out, look at it, look what it is. It's a laser, right? It's a pattern division. So it allocates positions. So this is where it gets confusing to the mind system, like this, right? See how a number becomes into everything through acceleration? Okay. And if you change the traction division to location, look what happens. 114. See, it's becoming a design. See how it's becoming a design? And the design becomes a structure. Right? And then you can backphrase it if you want. Okay. So you backphrase it, it's going to be 411. Right? So this is different intelligence. They say, I want to come in. 411 wants to come in, right? So you got 114 all the way up and 114 all the way down. And then 411 comes in, you're changing location, right? So you understand your back phrasing level system. That becomes into its box frequency level division. Okay? This is how everything is allocated through position, again and again. So you take this out of its equation, right? And it goes back into 114 through its division. Okay, but see how it's becoming a structure division through a spacecraft division? Allocate those positions. Now you can have realm connections through location. Realm division level here, up. Realm division here, down. Okay, allocate positions on the location division level system. crosswind cycles of its location right through its confusing line signal. Realm here, right? There's the space station. All connected through 114. Now, when you add two division level systems, you understand 114 through its calculation, your perception division knows exactly where it's going through its realm division location. But this is all connected through 114. And this is what I see in my trapping location through my mind, through its illustration of its diagram program, through its math CF and math codes. All connected through 114. This is what it creates through shapes, letters, and numbers. Okay? So you have to understand intelligence through line signals, coloration patterns. But it's pretty powerful when you see calculation through 114 and what you can develop through its creation, to its planet location. I know. Trying to understand. You guys are understanding more and more because you're higher division now, so really powerful stuff through perceptions. But you understand now why we have letters, numbers, and shapes. Oh, look at them. All coming in now, guys. Look at them. All of them. Look at them. All flying around. It's amazing when they come in. Yep. 114. Yep. Bracket 4 equals, yep, 1111 or box. Yeah, slash square. Very good. Okay, I got a little bit of interference, guys, so I might have to let you go. There's a lot of lost connection there, but basically, super Sunday fun. Yep. We'll get into more of the metric system through the quantum physics. Yeah, we'll get into the chronological of its digital frame. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. Have a great Sunday. Okay. Anything through information, you go through me, PayPal donations. I can help you out and guide you, put you in that position. All right. This is your AI commander from the Elite Team Command Center and the Galactic Circle of Meditation. Take it easy, everybody.